Hello and welcome to RB&D Reviews. I'm Dave.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're doing a review for the new movie Pompeii that's currently
It's about a man who calls himself Celt. He's played by Kit Harington. Many of you might know him from the Game of Thrones. And his character is taken from his home of Britannia, and he becomes a slave gladiator in, of course, Rome, and eventually he ends up in Pompeii. On his way to Pompeii, he meets Cassia, the daughter of a Pompeii merchant, and they start to have a, kind of like a little connection right away. She's played by Emily Browning. She was in Sucker Punch, and way back in the day she was in Lemony Snicket. And the merchant is working with a corrupt Roman senator played by Kiefer Sutherland, who is thinking about investing in Pompeii. But meanwhile, some danger slowly begins to appear in the nearby I'm probably going to mispronounce it. I think it's Mount Vesuvius, which is, of course, as many of you that know your history know, eventually it exploded and ended up, burying, the city under ash and charred stuff. So the event of Pompeii, getting, attacked by this volcano really did happen in real life, but the story itself is a work of fiction. The movie was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. He made a lot of Resident Evil sequels, Event Horizon, and he also made that Three Musketeer movies a couple years ago that didn't do very well at the box office.
I liked how it started out and everything. I liked all the battles in the arena, all the fighting and everything, but by the end of the movie it got real stupid. It just, when the volcano started erupting and all that, then that's when this movie went downhill, because there was just overuse of CGI, and the main characters, the stuff that they did was it just got real bad. It almost seemed like Titanic with overuse of CGI. I mean, the whole love story plot too. Like you said, this is based on real events with like a subplot. That's basically what Titanic was also, because the whole ship going down, that's true, but the whole love story thing, that's just to build into the story. Yeah, at the end of this, it's the problems I had with it was the main characters, everybody's running out of town trying to get away, and the main characters are just standing there talking, and all that fire and everything's falling around them, and then eventually they start running, and then eventually they stop again, and then at the very end, then they just stand there.
Well, there's some obstacles that they had to go through, which I won't go into for story reasons. I thought the movie was okay. I thought it was amusing. I didn't think this was a great movie, but I didn't think it was a horrible movie either. Let's see. I mean, the movie is not. I know this movie tries not to be isn't really supposed to be historically accurate, but I really felt like the film didn't. The special effects to me weren't as distracting, and I wasn't looking forward to this movie because, movies that we've seen and reviewed like Immortals and Conan the Barbarian, the remake, that are set in the past. For me, those movies like Immortals was all about the special effects and not about the characters and story. And Conan, the story I didn't give a crap about. This film, even though the story has been told over and over again and the characters can be a bit bland, I did kind of get a little bit interested with these characters. I mean, we've seen the love story before. But I mean, after a while, I did care a little bit about the character. The Roman senator is played by Kiefer Sutherland, and I don't know if this was intentional or not, but I kind of saw parallels between the political corruption between him and now. Kiefer Sutherland, I know you told me before we started
he's
miscast.
He's a little bit miscasted because his character didn't seem to play the character as well as he could have and whatnot, and I think there's a lot of other better actors that could have played his part in this.
Yeah, I mean, compared to everyone else in the cast, perhaps, but he kind of talked to me he kind of talked in the movie like a, what did I say, sort of like a businessman, like a fast-talking con-man businessman. And I thought that really suited that character, even though, of course, that probably wasn't, accurate either. But I think, granted, I probably wouldn't have cast Kiefer Sutherland, but because he's so good at playing this guy that's caring about himself, and there's talk, there's themes about that the political people in Rome are, they think they are like the emperor, and that they care about themselves, and you could argue the same thing about politicians now. I like that aspect of it. Everyone else acting wise, I thought everyone else was suitable. I really liked Kit Harington in the part.
Yeah, he did an excellent job.
My favorite character is the guy that owns the gladiators. I thought him to be very amusing.
Yeah.
And all that. So, I mean, there was some stuff that was probably unintentionally funny. Like, there was some dialogue I was giggling at, probably not intentionally.
Yeah, that was like comic relief to hide the other points and everything. Yeah, there was a few times people laughed. I really like that other actor, the guy that's supposed to fight Kit Harington's character, the black guy that was in this. Yeah, he was really good. Yeah. But there again, even what he did in the end was kind of stupid.
I thought the movie was amusing. I didn't think it was a great movie. I think it's something, for me, I'm going to give it a rented on DVD rating. I think it's more of a movie you can just, pop in when it comes out on DVD if you have time to kill, or if it's streaming, or if you got it through some sort of service. I think it's a pleasant time killer. It's not a great movie.
It does look good on the big screen, and with the loudspeakers in the theater, it sounds really good, especially when the volcano starts erupting. All the fire falling from the thing and everything, that looks good on the big screen. But yeah, it's not really something worth like rushing to theaters to see. So yeah, I'd say I'm also going to say rent it.
All right, well, that's our review of Pompeii. We're both giving it a rented on DVD rating, so go ahead and post your thoughts about the movie. We do read everything, and if you want to check out our other reviews, go to the main page and have a look. Thanks very much for watching.